here in Stoke-on-Trent. We've got another Tier 3 quarterfinal for you.
Quarterfinal 3 or 4?
It's been a day. We have got London Roller Derby, Battersea Power, taking on Durham Roller Derby. So London Roller Derby, Battersea skating in black, Durham skating in white. Let's go through some rosters. So skating in black this afternoon is London Battersea. We have got 0115 Zip Hazard, 066 Cherry, 112 Fletcher, 117 Jessasaurus, 120 Fizz, 134 Lil Lisi, 14 Hop Hunter, 150 Snatch, 1984 Vengeance, 314 Pie and Smash, 333 Jocomotion, 355 Pandemonium, 5 Block Nez Monster, 62 Beta Parker, 66 Boudica, and that is London Battersea.
And skating in white we have Durham Roller Derby, 10 Davis, 11 Vendetta, 18 KO, 22 Nice and Spicy, 26 Kim Cognito, 247 Stingray, 31 Pavlov's Dodge, 42 Kushti Skittles, 477 Chris and Chips, 61 Smith, 8 Femme Fatale, 818 Mojo Jojo, and 999 Hit and Run.
We almost didn't say who we are.
We almost didn't.
There's
still time for us not to.
There's still time for us not to. There's a whole 50 seconds. I am your boy, Smashy Boy.
And I am Liam Needsom. I may not be with you for the entire game. I am a temporary stand-in.
Who knows? It's all very of the moment here at Playoffs. And we are joined, feeding us stats, making us sound like we know what we're on about, is the wonderful Sonic. Thank you for making us sound, I was going to say clever, but that's never the case with us two, is it, Liam?
Especially not me.
I didn't want to say it. Oh, there's dancing on the track already. Cherry with the dancing, of course.
We always rely on Cherry to bring the dancing. So up first we have Mojo Jojo from Durham.
And Jocomotion for Battersea.
Wow, 3 Joes in one jam. To 4 Joes, Mojo, Jojo. Anyway, we're off.
And it is Jocomotion getting out earlier, picking up lead jammer.
So it looks like we have a star pass as well. So just
first 10 seconds of the star pass, giving us everything we want here in Stoke.
Can't quite see the number of who that is yet. So. Well, there we go. It's a 4-0 after 1 Joe.
That is 4 points picked up by London Battersea. Durham yet to score, but it's just the first jam. It's the first jam. It could all change.
Yeah, first game I did earlier, it was a 0-0 first jam, so we've improved on that.
So Jessasaurus taking the start for London Battersea, and that is Femme Fatal jamming for Durham Roller Derby.
So Femme Fatale looking at the inside line, but there is Jessasaurus with a second successive lead for London. Femme Fatale straight out of the pack after them. So both jammers eligible to pick up points. And let's say 4 points in court. Yep, a 4-0 jam.
Calling off backwards as well. I think make that a rule.
It is the future of roller derby is backwards call offs.
Double points if you get if you call it off backwards. WFTDA if you're listening. Double points if you score it backwards.
We'll call it the Smashy Boy call off.
As if I jam. As if.
So we have KO up against Fletcher for London Battersea, and that is a third successive lead for London Battersea Power.
And Battersea absolutely battering that Durham wall. Cherry there doing some cracking offense, perfectly timed, getting Fletcher out, picking up those 4 points for Battersea.
Not only is she a great announcer, she's great defense and offense.
Triple threat, babes, triple threat.
What can she do with a star in her head? That's all I want to know. So I think it's the first multiple pass jam we've had of the game so far. I mean, we're only 3 jams in, but still, I've got to pull these statistics out of thin air whilst I still can. So that was a 12-0 jam to London, taking their total to 20-0. Yeah, 3 jams and no points on the board for Durham yet.
Also, no penalties. I know, like you said, only 3 jams in, but a very clean game from both teams so far.
It's been quite a clean day from when I've been watching anyway.
Maybe you're the problem, Liam. Have you ever considered that?
Maybe I am. I have considered that. Many people have considered and come to that exact conclusion.
So that is Fizz taking the star for the first time for London Battersea, picking up lead nice and quickly. Mojo Jojo jamming for Durham.
Looks like Kim Cognito has received just, oh no, it's a 4-ounce penalty. Sorry, looking at the statistics on the screen, I thought, oh, it's a star pass, but no. Shows what I know. But I announced on Durham in Manchester earlier on this year, and I'm told that the correct pronunciation of Mojo Jojo is Mojo Jojo. So I will expect you to say it in that manner for the rest of the game.
So Fizz taking a hit in the inside line, being recycled to the back of the pack, finding space, a little bit of space in lane 4, listening to the bench, calling off that jam, picking up another full 4 points for that pass. 12-point pass for Fizz there. Recent transfer over from DRG, based in Dorset. So this first season skating with London Roller Derby and doing blooming well.
Yeah, not doing too badly from what I've seen. So we've got Femme Fatale out for the second time today. We just had no pass to us by our producer, and yes, it is Mojo Jojo, the Powerpuff villain, apparently. I had to YouTube who they were at half-time of that game. But anyway, that is Beta Parker with the star and lead. Davis now with the star, having received that from Femme Fatale. And Davis is out and eligible to pick up points. Oh, Peter Parker with a mid-air call off there.
It was looking almost like the Durham jammer making it pivot turned jammer, making it out, almost looking like they were going to score points, but obviously incredible awareness there from Beta Parker for Battersea and calling off the jam, denying Durham any points. Over 5 minutes in and still yet to score.
Whereas London put 40 points up in 5 minutes. It's a formidable offence as well as defence from London Battersea.
Jessosaurus with the star again for Battersea, finding that space on the inside, again picking up lead jammer. So KO, star in hand, making it out of the pack for their initial.
Jessosaurus still on their first scoring pass, pushes their way through, calls that jammer.
So Hop Hunter being sent to the penalty box for Battersea for a 4-arms penalty. We are going to be going into this next jam with a slight pack advantage in favour of Durham.
And once again we have Mojo Jojo.
A joke emotion.
Oh dear.
I don't know what you're on about, Liam. It's great. Don't be a hater.
I missed you.
So, joke emotion, jamming for London, Battersea, Mojo Jojo jamming for Durham.
So Cherry trying to force some gap in that wall for the jammer, and successfully, once again, joke emotion is through for 4 points. As London very swiftly approach the half-century point. Star pass there. That is Kim Cognito. Second time I believe they've taken the star today. A thumbs up from Sonic. Yes. Oh, do we have points here for London Battersea, I believe?
There's points in the pocket, I believe. But being recycled by Boudica. Kim Cognito are going to have to give that wall another go. But Durham with a pack advantage. London not at their full strength at the moment. We've got a back block penalty assessed on Kim Cognito. We have got our first power jam of the game in favour of London. And it is going to be a power start as well. 3 points picked up by Durham in that last jam. So 60 plays 3. 16 points in that last jam for London. I think the biggest jam a year.
I believe so, yeah.
Sonic's nodding in approval. Thanks for confirming that I am correct.
So it fizz with the power jam start for London Battersea.
This is going to be interesting. I don't want to jinx it, but I think this could be run long, this jam.
A full 2 minutes?
Not 2 minutes, but...
what makes you think this is Fizz?
Fizz is skating unopposed.
Oh yeah,
she's a force.
Force of nature, and that's
Force
already 8
of
points.
Fizz. So, Kim Cognito now back on track, having served their penalty. Fizz on that's their third scoring pass completes.
Kim Cognito is out of a pack now as Kim comes around for their fourth pass. So we've had 1 minute of your long... 1 minute is a long jam, to be fair.
2 16-point jams in a row for London Battersea. So yeah, as long as our longest jam so far.
So very penalty-like games with 8 jams on the board and only 6 penalties for the entire game.
And 3 penalties per team, a very even split so far. So Fletcher jamming for London Battersea, KO jamming for Durham. Durham again with a pack advantage, but not able to hold back Fletcher, who picks up lead jammer. We have had another star pass. Smith now your active jammer for Durham Roller Derby. Durham being very quick on those star passes, and we've seen a number of successful star passes as well. It's 5
from 9 jams.
5 out of 9 jams. It's a strategy.
It's a good way to keep the score down, isn't it?
Lowest scoring jam.
And that previous jam was the lowest scoring jam for London, picking up only 2 points. The first time we've seen London Battersea not complete a full pass. So Durham really putting the pressure on there, forcing that call off early.
So we have Mojo Jojo, and this time against Jessosaurus. No junk emotion.
Big old hit there on Jessosaurus, being recycled to the back of the pack, but undeterred, pushing out that wall, stretching out that 3 wall, picking up lead jammer.
I think that's the longest Durham have held with the Battersea jammer so far, for a good 30 seconds that time. Mojo Jojo, are they looking for the star pass? Or they've got Kim Cognito next to them.
But that Battersea wall doing an incredible job of keeping that jammer and pivot split.
Yeah,
Lil Lisi sat on the Durham pivot.
Well, star has been passed. Kim Cognito now with the star and the power to pick up points. Jessosaurus does a reverse call off, a smashy boy call off, as we like to call them now.
It's official. It's in the rule book, babes. Look it up.
And of course, double points. So that's an 8-point jam, despite what the scoreboard tells you. So yeah, not even Halfway through first half and 82 points to London Battersea. So it's Peter Parker against Femme Fatale here.
And we have got a power jam in favour of London Battersea as Femme Fatale is sent off for a cut track penalty.
So Peter Parker with the track all to themselves for the time being in areas for the first 4 points of the jam.
Oh, we've got a bit of penalty trouble for Durham with a high block being assessed on hit and run and a illegal contact on Femme Fatale. So power jam start in favour of London Battersea, and that is Fizz taking the star for London Battersea, who so far with 28 points scored so far this game, the highest scoring jammer for Battersea, and that's only in 2 jams, I believe, if I can math. Sonic is saying, yes, Smash, you can math.
Yes, sir, I can math. Doesn't quite work. Oh, I see. Oh, I thought KO had knocked off track, but
Smith, that was fun. That was a fun old hit, and also a forearms penalty assist on Fizz. Gonna go sit down. We've got first power jam in favour of Durham. An opportunity now for Femme Fatale to capitalise, picking up first lead jammer of the game for Durham. Let's see some points.
Halfway through the first half, they finally have a lead, and there's 4 points, doubling their total now. Finding
space in lane 1. London Battersea leaving that lane 1 open. So Femme Fatale is lead. Because I wasn't sure if Fizz had picked up lead before being sent to the box. Fizz has got start in hand, still on her initial pass.
Bloxner's Monster doing a great job of shadowing Femme Fatale there, so holding on to the points. So how many points assessed? 3, so 7 for the jam, taking them into double figures now.
So that was getting lead out of the penalty box as well.
Yeah.
Love when that happens.
Because you think, you know, if you
no initial.
No initial as well. Wow.
So no initial for Fizz, no points for Fizz. Soz Fizz.
I think we cursed her by saying she's the.
I'm the problem, Liam.
Yes, finally.
Hi, I'm Taylor Swift, and I'm the problem. All right.
So, Kim Cognito and Joe Commotion, restoring London's streak of taking lead jammer there. So all 8 blockers on track now, both jammers. That's what we like to see. Nice empty penalty box. Is that Cherry?
That's Boudica.
Boudica.
Don't. It's a whole thing. That is Boudica.
What a difference a 0 makes. And the star has been passed to Mojo Jojo. So we do have a Mojo Jojo Joe Commotion combination.
So a shout out to Wild Child, who has posted in the community Discord saying, "Woo London." Yes, woo London indeed, but also woo Durham. And if you too want a shout out, get yourself onto the community Discord. And you never know, you might hear your name on the stream.
Woo Roller Derby.
Woo Roller Derby in general. Go sports.
Go team.
Go team.
So we just have a team timeout at this point in time to Durham. So Durham finishing second in Tier 2 North, London Battersea Power finishing first in Tier 3 East. So that's Tier 3 North, not Tier 2 North, I apologise. So Durham having picked up 2 wins and 2 defeats this season, so it's quite a tight Tier 3 North. So picking up wins 167 to 118 over Hull's Angels. A defeat of 204 to 232 at Arcadia. Beating Birmingham 198 to 189, and defeat to Manchester Valkyries, so they clearly don't like Manchester, 153 to 238.
Whereas London Battersea finishing top of Tier 3 East, undefeated. Undefeated.
Battering everyone in their path.
I've already made that joke. You can't do it again.
Well,
watch me. And who we are watching is Jessasaurus picking up lead jammer for London Battersea.
And Mojo Jojo is out of a pack.
Blockner's Monster for London Battersea being sent to the penalty box for a multiplayer. Mojo Jojo going into that pack with speed, picking up 2 points in the process, putting that pressure on there for London. That is 2 points apiece in that jam. I mean, that's what Durham are going to be looking to do, is actually kind of put that pressure on to really reduce the point differential. And, you know, if we can see those incomplete passes, that's what they're going to be, you know.
Incomplete passes and picking up some points of their own as well.
Absolutely.
So it's Fletcher now with lead for Durham, London, sorry. And it's KO with the star for Durham. KO was actually the blocker that drew up the power jam penalty for Durham earlier, I believe. So. KO is out of the pack and able to pick up points. Fletcher pushes away through, calls the jam. Full complement of 4 points. No.
That is a century.
That is a century.
Have a sip of water if you are playing roller derby bingo. Is that still a thing?
It better be. What else is on the roller derby bingo? Oh, we had Apex jump yet. Do we need jammer
Apex
switcheroo?
jumps, jammer switcheroo.
We've had a lead from the box. That's got to be on there.
When both jammers have got the same number.
Oh, we had 2 jammers who both wore number 6 earlier, and I kept referring to it as the Battle of the Sixes.
Fizz picking up a cut track penalty, second cut track penalty for Fizz, and there you go, you have jinxed it. That is Femme Fatal being sent to the penalty box, also for a cut track. Yes.
So take a sip of water. Hydration is important.
Hydrate or dihydrate, am I right, babes?
Absolutely. I left my bottle in the corner.
So we are going to have a 2-minute jam, I think. First 2-minute jam of the game, and that's 20 minutes in for the first time, for the first 2-minute jam.
I concur. So hopefully we'll see a nice high-scoring jam from both jammers. As Fizz skips out there, puts the first points on the board for London. And there's another 4. Easy as you like. The cliched hot knife through butter.
It's knife through hot butter, Leo.
Hot knife through butter, isn't it?
Knife through hot. I prefer knife through hot butter, but I appreciate that's incorrect. Because it's wet. It's just puddle, isn't it? This is why we're not allowed to announce together.
As long as we steer clear of pizza, we'll be fine. So Fizz now on their 4th scoring pass, so this is equally the highest scoring individual jam. It's a power jam, I believe, as Femme Fatal is heading to the box.
That is for an illegal position penalty.
So we're now on 20 points, so this is the highest scoring jam of the game.
So Fizz being recycled.
So Fizz, I believe, had 28 points before this jam, so nearly doubled her own personal record.
It's 22 points.
22.
22-point jam. Femme Fatal unable to pick up any points, but is released from the penalty box for their second penalty, so won't be having a power start.
So if my big maths is correct, I believe that's 50 points for Fizz for the entire game so far. Half century for an individual.
I told you, didn't I tell you, Liam?
You did tell me. I remember that happening.
Anyone would think I vaguely know what I'm on about.
Everyone knows I know nothing. This Beta Parker crouching like Spider-Man against KO. Stood there like when Spider-Man stands up straight, I guess. So we have an official timeout.
I was going to ask who this official timeout is brought to you by, but
we know who it's not brought to you by.
You're going to get cancelled, Liam.
I've achieved everything I wanted to in life by now.
You've got to work with me.
I do, again. I nearly got cancelled the last time we were together.
It's all you could ask for. It's all anyone wants from life. It's to work with Smashy Boy.
Finally, I was so pleased at the World Cup when you and
when we didn't work together. So, Beta Parker picking up lead, nodding in approval. Yes, I am lead. That is correct. KO removing the star, passing off to Smith with a very swift star pass there.
Shout from bench is points, and there are the points, and there is a very dramatic call off there. No doubt about that. They definitely wanted to call that jam. But it was forwards, so no double points. So we have Mojo Jojo with the star for Durham once again against Jess Saurus. Mojo Jojo with a run up, Jessosaurus with just a slow glide into the pack. And it's a high block penalty against Mojo Jojo, so it will be a power jam to Jessosaurus, who has lead jammer for London Battersea. So I believe the winner of this game will go on to the semi-final tomorrow at 11 o'clock to face the winner of either Big Bucks Roller Derby or the Wirral Wave Breakers. I don't know why it took me so long to say Wirral Wave Breakers, as my partner is part of the Wirral League. You'd think they would stick in my mind. But anyway, that jam has been called off, locking Mojo Jojo in a penalty box, so it will be a power start to a London Battersea, with Joe Commotion being reunited with Mojo Jojo. Only 6 minutes left in the first half. This has gone so fast.
That has flown by. I know it's a cliche to say it, but cliches exist because they're true.
Absolutely. Like hot knives through butter, or a cold knife through hot butter. Anyway, so it's a lead jammer there to Joe Commotion, as Mojo Jojo returns to track with star in hand. Smith with the pivot cover, but currently nowhere, well, as I started saying today, we're nowhere near a position to receive it, but now they are, so make me a liar. So there is the star passer. Smith does take the star for Durham. And that is a call off with 12 points.
I can hear Snatch from up here. The distinct dulcet tones of Snatch shouting, "Call it!"
Because I can hear them from down there, but I can also hear them in your microphone, so I hear them twice in my ears.
So, London playing a bit of a cleaner game than Durham. London sitting on 6 penalties, Durham on 12 at the moment. But we've got Fizz taking the star again for London Battersea. Having a bit of a tougher time up against that Durham wall this time. Being recycled back by Durham's pivots. So, Femme Fatal with the star for Durham. There we go, that is Fizz out, but nearly 30 seconds it's taken there.
So good solid defensive work there.
But we have seen another star pass, so KO receiving the star there in that pass jam, making the 10th star pass we have seen from Durham so far. Just first half.
So it's like 50% of the jams we've seen, we've had a star pass.
That is some quick maths, Liam.
Oh, yes. We're getting in dangerous territory where I can't do mental maths, but I'll be confidently wrong. So I can see Snatch is on track, so we will definitely hear her voice very shortly.
So Fletcher with the star and a lead jammer for London Battersea. Mojo Jojo with the star for Durham, making it out for their initial pass. Fletcher trying to find some room in the outside line. Crisscrossing back across, cooling off the jam, denying Durham any points. 3 minutes remain of this first half. 160 to London Battersea, 12 to Durham Roller Derby. And as Liam mentioned, the winner of this game will go on to play either Wirral Wavebreakers or Big Bucks High Rollers tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Bright and early. Jessosaurus up against Femme Fatal. Jessosaurus is out for leader. Just held back a bit there by Kim Cognito. Cognito looking for the star pass, takes the star pass. It's the 4th time they've had to take the star today.
So Jessosaurus taking a bit of a hit and a fall into lane 1. But now back in the action, trying to find some space in lane 4, but is recycled. There you go, Durham leaving lane 1 open, but a hit to the inside, taking Jess back again.
So Cushy Skittles held back Jess on the outside and a hit and run sent them to the inside. So yeah, well, I think he'd be pleased from a defensive perspective from Durham for that jam.
Doing enough to kind of for Jessosaurus to be like, nah, babes, I'm done with this one. Because Durham didn't complete their initial, so it wasn't the fact that, you know, their jammer making it around track, that wasn't what was putting the pressure on. It was more of, no, I am repeatedly getting hit out. I'm not getting through this wall.
I am not having any fun.
I'm not having a great time.
So it's Peter Parker. It's the first time we've seen Smith with the star at the start of the jam. I know they've taken 4 star passes themselves, so it's the 5th time they've jammed. The first time from the beginning. Oh, I just noticed Peter Parker's face paint. That's amazing. I mean, it's kind of their trademark, really, isn't it?
It took me an embarrassingly long time to make the connection between Peter Parker's kind of face paint and the name. It was literally at the World Cup.
Wow.
It's embarrassing, and I am sorry that I am such an idiot.
I can't tell if Sonic is laughing or crying. I think a little bit of both.
Both are correct. I am an idiot.
Oh, and hit and run with the star for London for Durham takes lead. Peter Parker is actually in the penalty box, so there's a power jam start to Durham there.
So Peter Parker receiving a cut track penalty.
Hit and Run's first time jamming today, and they have their first points of the day.
But Peter Parker now back on track.
So Pie and Smash and 9 hit and run there. So what was that?
That was enough to put the pressure on, forcing the call off. 8 points picked up by Durham there in that last jam. But that is the first half done.
That went
That's
really fast.
Flown by.
Let's hope the half-time interval flies by as well. So.
No, I need to hydrate, babes. I need to hydrate. Right, go hydrate yourselves at home. We will be back in just under 15 minutes for more Tier 3 WFTDA side quarter-final action. Come back and see us once you've had a tea and a bicky. All right, love you, bye. Hello, friends. It's me, your boy, Smashy Boy, back with
Liam Neeson.
But we have got a new producer. We've got Painbow with a glittery trousers. You can't see him because she's not on camera. But it's all people can talk about on the Discord. Get yourselves on the community Discord and you could get a shout out. Don't shout out for Liam though.
No,
he's already had one. He doesn't need another one.
Thanks, Heather. Love you too.
But yeah, get your butts on the community Discord, and we'll give you a shout out if you do an interesting enough shout out. I'll be the judge of that. But we are getting back into the action. We've got London Roller Derby Battersea and Durham Roller Derby. We've got a whole half an hour more of it for your eye holes in your eyeballs in your ear holes, babes. Put your teeth in, Smash. We are back into the action. Joe Commotion jamming for Battersea. Mojo Jojo jamming for Durham. In a minute is Mojo Jojo, who is lead jammer.
So Durham take lead in the first jam of a half.
Someone's had their halftime Weetabix, babes. Someone has had their halftime chat. I haven't got Weetabix. I've got Belvita Soft Bakes, blueberry.
Still counts. Still Wheaty and Vicky. Anyway, that is a 4-0 jam to Durham. Is this the start of a comeback? I'm an enthusiastic person, what can I say?
Can't speculate, babes. You'll get cancelled. You'll end up on a forum that I'm not going to say. Oh, thanks, Wild Child. Wild Child has said, woo smash.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting start. Fame Fatale star pass straight to Davis there. So.
Forcing the call off.
So London scoreless in 2 jams.
Fizz.
2 successive jams.
Oh, Fizz is going to cry.
So,
that's a lie. Fizz is incapable of emotion. I've broken Painbow. I've won playoffs. I've broken our producer.
That's 2 producers in the same game that you have broken.
That's all I'm here for, is to break producers. So is that Fizz taking it? No, it's not Fizz taking another go at it.
Well, the scoreboard says it's Fizz.
It's Fletcher. The scoreboard is a liar. And once again, we've got a call-off within the first 10 seconds from London.
London with no scoreless jams in the first half. 3 in succession in the opening 3 jams of the second half.
But they're all scoreless. London yet to score in this half. 4 points picked up by Durham. Things be a changing. There's a change in the water.
So it's Jessasaurus up against Mojo Jojo. I believe it was Mojo Jojo who took lead in the opening jam of his half. But Jessasaurus trying to... does take lead for London there.
So there we go, Jessasaurus breaking that streak that Durham had of lead jams. We have got someone from Durham is being sent off for a naughty penalty. Jessasaurus is calling off the jam.
Kim Cognito with the track cut there. So it's only 4-0 jam to London Met. Durham still on their initial pass. We have an official time out, and it's breathless start to the second half so far. So 4-all after 4 jams.
That's going to put a bit of a wobbly if you're London Battersea. If you've come out of half time where you have had full control of that game for the entire first half, coming into the second half, and it's like, oh, things have changed. The strategy is completely changed, and we have not got lead for the first 3 jams. That's going to give you a bit of the wibblies, isn't it?
They will be shook.
Shooketh.
Shooketh. So it's Peter Parker, Spider-Man reference there.
Can confirm it took me a very long time to realise that it's a Spider-Man reference. Peter Parker and it took me the longest time. I've got Dork, Mistress and Painbow shaking their heads at me because Smashy Boy is an idiot.
So Femme Fatal with the star. Last time we had the star, they passed it straight from the line. It won't be happening this time as their pivot is currently sat in the box.
Make that strategy work for you, babes. But it is Peter Parker straight off of that jam line, picking up lead jammer for London Battersea. Femme Fatal spinning their way around that pack, but not before Peter Parker can make it out, picking up those points.
Femme Fatal now coming up against Sherry, and a combination of Sherry and Boudica there. 0-6-6 and 6-6. What a combination, but I thought they were going to get out on the inside line there, but that London 2-wall reforms in front of him. Peter Parker shrugs off Kim Cognito there. Just as Kim Cognito takes the star pass, coming out of the box, takes the star pass, and now Kim Cognito is the jammer for Durham Roller Derby.
Brilliant offense there from Boudica, just knocking off pretty much every single one of the Durham blockers, making that space.
And London Battersea were so shook off they responded with a 16-0 jam. So parity restored. So it is KO up against Fizz. Fizz still our top scorer, I believe.
I think it's very likely that Fizz, I don't know, with that 16-pointer from Peter Parker, but Fizz is out for that lead jammer status. KO with star in hand, but deciding to actually go forward rather than passing off the star so far.
I think we worked out we had roughly a star pass 50% of the time in the first half, and it's looking similar levels in this half. So Durham really trying to restrict London's points to just a couple of passes, and that 8-point pass there, sorry, 8-point jam takes them to the double century point.
8-point pass? Is that like when you do it backwards and you get double points for scoring backwards?
The Smashy Boy,
rules.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Mojo Jojo versus Joe Commotion. Favourite pairing. This is how we started.
We need to keep a tally of how many times we can break our producers.
I don't think I should get involved in this. It could get dangerous. Dork is shaking her head saying, no, this is all on Smashy Boy.
So Joe Commotion, lead jammer for London Battersea, but we have got a jammer foot race.
But we have a power jam to Durham as a 4-ounce penalty assessed against, low block against Joe Commotion. That's what the scoreboard tells me anyway. Though I don't see a jammer currently sat in the penalty box. Oh, no, it turns out the scoreboard was lying to me. I apologise.
So we have got, it's Boudica currently sat in the penalty box for London Battersea with a 4-arms penalty. So Durham with a slight pack advantage going into this next jam. Jessasaurus with the star for London Battersea. Smith with the star for Durham. There we go. That is Jessosaurus. A bit of a signature move from Jessosaurus today so far. Getting out of the pack backwards. Smith now out for their initial. Probably going to be putting the pressure on for Jess to cool off the jam. No, we are seeing points going to go up for Durham in this one.
The jam is cool, but
I lied. No points picked
points.
up by Durham. I'm the problem. I'm Taylor Swift.
well, I would have expected points in there. So excellent defensive work there by London.
Well, this is why I'm not an official, Liam. Because apparently I don't know the rules.
I just don't know. Don't back block people, and you have to get back on track behind the person who knocked you off.
So you know more than me.
You compensate for it in other ways. You're a better announcer for a start. And that is Fletcher straight into lead for London, currently leading by 180 points.
There's Mojo Jojo jamming for Durham.
And heading to the penalty box, so it will be a power jam to London Battersea.
That is a high block penalty being assessed on Mojo Jojo.
Just avoiding the attentions there of Stingray from Durham, and that is called, and it will be a power start.
Will be a power start.
Who are they?
Fizz with the power start.
Fizz. Both teams a full complement of blockers on track. It's still been a very penalty line game, though, hasn't it? So,
I mean, we are, what, 8 minutes into the first half. I think Durham finished on 12 at half-time, and they've only picked up 2 so far. Yeah, both teams have picked up 2 so far in the second half.
So we've just got a downskate, so we'll just take the feed off for the time being, if that's...
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right? Women's flat track roller derby is played on a variety of floors and surfaces, including concrete, sport court, and wood. The track layout is 108 feet by 75 feet and is flat and oval. It also includes both outside lane and infield area for officials. You'll notice there are 2 primary lines across one side of the straightaway on the track. The back line is called the jammer line, and jammers must start each jam behind that line on the track. The other line is called the pivot line, and blockers start the jam anywhere on the track between the jammer line and the pivot line. Once the jam starts, the skaters are allowed to skate forward, pass these lines, and start making contact. But they must stay on the track at all times, if they can help it.
And we're back in the room.
We're back in the room. We're still in an official timeout, but we're back in the room. Yeah, we're going to get back into it. There's skaters making their way to the track. Let's play some sports, babes. That's why we're here.
Let's get ready to derby. Sorry, is that my system now?
It's not. You're a dirty liar, Liam. That is
not.
not out of your system. And I expect to hear more singing from you for the remainder of these 22 minutes that we have left of this third quarter-final between London Roller Derby Battersea and Durham Roller Derby. The score sitting at 208 to London Battersea, 24 to Durham.
So it is Peter Parker and, of course, Mojo Jojo currently sat in the penalty box.
So Power Jam in favour of Peter Parker for London Battersea.
Of course, both jammers with a cartoon-themed skate name at the moment.
Such insight.
Yeah, I have
Such
kids.
insight.
This is my colour commentary.
Oi, get off my colour commentary. You stay in your lane of play-by-play and we'll stick to the rules because we've got Big Boss watching us and listening to us and smirking.
Peter Parker looking for some space down the outside line. Finds just some Durham shoulders here. Approaching turn one and just slams into the shoulder. I believe that's Chris and Chips there, but Peter Parker is out for lead jammer for Durham.
Chris and Chips,
London.
formerly announcer. Chris, well, she may well still be announcer. She announced the playoffs last year. There you go, colour.
Every day's a school day. 4 points put up on the board here by Peter Parker. Peter Parker, of course, starring for the West Indies at the World Cup. Got to play against the world champions, didn't they? And I got to commentate on it. So Mojo Jojo back out of the penalty box. Star in hand. Davis, I believe, the pivot. So Peter Parker out for another scoring pass there. Mojo Jojo at the front of the pack, being held back there by Snatch.
And Cherry.
An announcer combination. So there's 3 announcers on track at least there. So it's an 11-point jam there for Durham, for London Battersea. 0 for Durham. 10 minutes lapsed already in the second half. KO with the start. So KO's proved themselves as a blocker and a jammer today. Drawing the power jam penalty.
Ooh. Jammer. Offensive jamming right off the line. And it's paid off.
So second lead of the half for Durham. The third of the game, I believe.
Definitely the second lead of this half for Durham.
Calls for jam, but Chestosaurus was already in the pack picking up points. Precisely how many we are waiting to see. 4, I believe, yeah.
So 4 for Durham,
And
4 apiece.
Yeah, 4 apiece there.
So we have got... Is that Pandemonium sat in the penalty box for London Battersea? No, that is a lie.
That's Hunter.
It's Hunter in at the penalty box, so pack advantage in favour of Durham going into this next jam.
So jerk motion with a quick lead there. Femme Fatale being recycled to the back of the pack. Being held up there by Pandemonium. Definitely not in the penalty box. And there is another star pass. That is Smith again. But then being held back.
So Smith, the only jammer from Durham Roller Derby that doesn't have an 8 in their name. Thanks, Painbow, for factual facts.
That is good colour. And Durham Smith through there, but with Star. Oh no, I believe the Star has gone back to Femme Fatale, who is sat in the penalty box. So it is a power jam start to London. So there must have been an illegal Star pass there.
So legal procedure. So all of the announcers up here doing some little disco dancing, but you can't see because the announcer cam's not on. But we are doing the illegal procedure.
I just thought that Paintbow was doing the locomotion, so I just joined in. I clearly don't know the hand signals.
Come on, baby.
I know.
Do the locomotion.
We've
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
A picture in front of us. So it's Fizz with the Star for Durham.
Fizz also
Laminated as
doing
well.
some sort of
Locomotion. In fact, Fizz is making a figure of 8 in solidarity with the
Durham's
Jammers.
Unconscious, maybe because she's the one that is actually lining up with them. She's like, oh yeah, they've all got 8s, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Some straight up Darren Brown stuff, there, isn't it? The number 8 is burned upon her psyche.
I'm going to ask her afterwards. I know we're not doing trackside interviews, but I might get a tiny mic and do a guerrilla warfare style trackside interview with Fizz and be like, did you realise that all of the Durham Jammers have got 8s in their number and you were kind of painting a figure of 8 with your skates while lining up for jam number 14?
And she'll probably say no, and I don't care.
She'll probably be like, please leave me alone, Smash. I told you that I don't want to have to do trackside interviews. But I'd be like, but Snatch said that you would. It's on the paperwork in front of me. So 2-3-5 plays 28. Just under 18 minutes of gameplay remaining.
So it looks like all the officials are back where we expect them to be. Yep, there's a whistle to say we are about to resume the game. Fizz with the Star for Durham Battersea.
So Battersea having picked up 63 points this half, Durham picking up 8. So a bit of a slower start for Battersea in this second half compared to the first half. They were kind of pulling, it felt like they were pulling away a lot quicker in the first half. We haven't seen some of those kind of big blowout jams that we saw in the first half. We were seeing kind of 20, 22, 24 point jams picked up by Battersea in the first half. We haven't seen that so far since the half time. Whether or not we'll see that kind of come to fruition, maybe I've jinxed it, maybe I've cursed it, who can say? I don't have an influence on the game.
But I think by this point in the first half, Battersea were approaching the century point, so quite a, like you say, a slower start to the half. But then as people tire and as the game goes on, a lot can change.
But then you do have teams that are kind of second half teams. But you know, every team's different. There, Fizz finding that space in lane 1, cooling off the jam.
I believe that's 3 passes there. Is it 12 points to be put up on the board?
But Durham unable to complete their initial.
Yeah, so the duck of denial signalled by the Durham jammer.
Duck of denial.
You don't see that where you just do a little duck with a head shake.
Love that.
I love duck of denial and a double bagel for a 0-0 jam. Yeah.
Duck of denial. Because do ducks live on the Nile? I don't know. Maybe they do. It's multi-purpose. I love it. So Fletcher, lead jammer for London Battersea.
And Davis with the Star for Durham. Davis also a jammer with no number 8 in their number. So number 1-0.
It's Davis's first time taking the Star this half for Durham Roller Derby.
So Mojo Jojo operating as a blocker there, not even a pivot. It's interesting shake-up there from Durham. So yeah, just to remind you, the winner of this game will go on to the semi-final to play the winner of Big Bucks High Rollers and Wirral Wave Breakers, who are on after us.
Yeah, so stick around. There is so much more roller derby afoot, or a skate, over the course of the weekend.
So Jessosaurus with the lead there for London Battersea. Gets the points, calls the jam. That's 3 points, I believe. Yeah, 3 points. Not often that London are restricted to less than an entire pass. We have seen it a couple of times. Saw a 2 point.
We have had a 2 point. We've had a kind of 2 point apiece.
We had a 2-0 and a 2-2 in the first half, I believe.
2-2.
Dork looks like she's losing the will to live. So Peter Parker with lead there for London Roller Derby Battersea. Can't get over the speed of these jammers. It's over 27.5 pace, much faster than.
So Cherry sent off track for a cut track penalty, giving Durham a pack advantage with a star pass as well. So Smith now your new jammer for Durham.
So it's 8-0 jammer to London Battersea. So slight pack advantage now to Durham, with Cherry currently sat in the penalty box. KO takes tumble, but straight back up as Fizz straight out of a pack for Battersea.
Mojo Jojo taking a trip to the penalty box.
As KO is out of a pack and Fizz calls the jam long before they can get anywhere near the points. So just a 4-0 jam to London.
So pack advantage for London Battersea going into this next jam, with Mojo Jojo sat in the box for a high block penalty in that last jam. Means no pivot as well. No sneaky star passes off the line, please, Durham. You got no pivots.
So it's Kim Cognito with no pivot up against Joe Commotion, who has Boudica as their pivot.
Boudica doing the absolute most there with some offense, really helping getting Joe Commotion out of that pack for their initial.
Joe Commotion now coming up against Boudica, trying to push away past them and Pandemonium, and Snatch reappearing at the front of the pack, but the three of them can't hold Kim Cognito back for too long.
The awareness from Boudica's, like even just in this jam, it's been more than just that jam, but specifically in that jam, the awareness of being exactly in the right point at the right time, doing offense, but then switching on a dime to defense, was just insert chef's kiss emoji here.
Definitely an intelligent skater. And we have hit and run jammed once in the last half and got straight into lead jammer, I believe, for Durham. So can they repeat the feat up against Jessosaurus?
I do love it when relief jammers come in and just absolutely demolish it. It's lovely to see.
And it's positive reinforcement for them as well. And
so it's no pass, no penalty for Jessosaurus. So lead open for Durham.
And hit and run does keep the star on ahead. They do have leads. 2 leads in 2 appearances for hit and run.
So that is 3rd lead for Durham so far in this half.
So Jessosaurus has picked up points, but hit and run wants some of their own.
Jessosaurus being sent to the penalty box for a cut track penalty. We've got Power Jam. Oh!
Hit and run has also gone for a sit down, so we have a switcheroo.
Have a sip of water if you're playing roller derby bingo, babes.
So we will have a full 2-minute jam, of which there is still over half of it left. Just what the jammers want.
To keep playing.
In fact, that is Hit and Run's 5th penalty of the game. They got on 4 quite quickly, but they've been...
It's the first one this half, so...
Yeah, it's probably been a good half hour since their last penalty.
So Hit and Run kind of being contained in that pack, but Jessosaurus really finding the space, but is being sent off for a back block penalty. We've got a power jam in favour of Durham Roller Derby. We've got less than 30 seconds on the clock. Looks like we may be going into a power jam start in favour of Durham, which is what they're going to want in terms of trying to kind of lock this down and, you know, maintain that point differential. And with one to beat up at the front, but is taken off.
Yeah, Hit and Run being very cautious. They're just trying not to give away a penalty to see out the jam.
So, those the first jammer penalties for London so far this half. We did see a Fizz picking up a couple of jammer penalties in the first half. She's played a much cleaner game so far in the second half. But yeah, those, because that was 2 for Jess, wasn't it? In that last jam. Yep, 1 cut track, 1 back block. Ooh, things are changing. Things are happening. But once again, just want to remind everyone that's watching and listening at home, there is a community Discord if you want to get yourselves on there and get yourselves a shout out. Do, because we spent time setting up the community Discord and we want it to be used, if nothing else, but also to engage with the roller derby community. We want you folks at home to feel like you are part of it and part of the action. So, yeah.
If you write in it, we will read it. We might not read it out, but we will read it.
We'll read it. It will be observed. It will be perceived. And, you know, that in itself is great. But it looks like we're going to have some more action. The scoreboard says post timeout, so looks like Derby's afoot. We've got a power jam start in favour of Durham. That is Mojo Jojo with the star for Durham.
I haven't seen Mojo Jojo jamming for a while. I've been sent out to block quite a bit recently, and no Joe commotion.
There's been a bit of a shuffle with Durham's lineup, jammer rotation.
So yeah, we've seen a little more of Smith, I believe, in this second half with the star.
So we are going to take a timeout just to make sure that everyone is safe and well. We will be back with you as soon as we can. Hello, sports fans. We're back. We are back at Stoke-on-Trent, historic town on the River Trent. It is a vibrant mix, both of the great and the good, and we are here for Five Nations Roller Derby playoffs. We have got 8 more minutes of this, the third quarter-final of the Tier 3 WFTDA side quarter-finals.
I think it's worth pointing out, if you win your quarter-final, you have to play 2 games tomorrow. If you don't win your quarter-final, you go home.
You don't go home. You stay in Stoke and you watch, and you can watch with beer.
You can watch with beer.
You can watch with beer rather than having to skate with no beer. You could skate with beer, would not recommend it. No, that's legal. That's actually against the rules.
It is against the rules.
I remember when the rules test was a thing, and yeah, that was in. I had the app, and it was like, oh, you can have a beer while skating. True or false?
Every time you put true, and so you never knew why you didn't get
roller derby bingo, but make it tequila instead of shots of water.
Yoshi approves.
To the glebe.
If Yoshi's watching, we love you.
No, make him go on the Discord.
Yoshi,
make him earn it. Make him earn his shout outs.
Oh, tequila, you make me happy.
So a big thank you to everyone here, both officials, and volunteers, everyone that has made this wonderful event happen. Whether they're going to hear it, don't know. They might want to watch their footage back of them being an official. But we are back into the action.
It's Femme Fatale up against Fizz.
All the Fs.
Oh yeah,
There's 3 of them.
As many Fs as there are Joes. And anyway, Fizz straight out into lead for London Battersea. Currently 282 points to 36.
I thought you were going to try and do the differential then, and I was like, that's a choice.
Oh, wow, yeah. No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't.
Not whilst I can't think and talk at the same time, as you may have noticed. And so Fizz coming around on their second scoring pass here. Hit and run, trying to create some space for their jammer, who's in there somewhere. And it is a star passer with Smith with the star once again for Durham. And I believe Fizz is going to the penalty box for a cut track, so it is a 2-minute, well, it's a power jam, so we will have a full 2 minutes.
If there is anything to say for Fizz, she is at least consistent with her penalties. All been cut track penalties. The most penalised. Oh no, Hunter's a jammer. No, I'm a liar. Fizz is the most penalised jammer from Battersea.
And there's 4 points on the board there for Durham, taking their total to 40.
You can hear it. You can hear that Durham have got lead from the crowd, because if there's one thing the Derby community love, it is an underdog. So to see, 8-point pass already for Durham, yeah, them Durham fans be vocal.
And Fizz is out of the box and picks up 12 points on that jam despite 30 seconds sit down. Just waiting to see exactly how many points. No points on that pass, so it will be an 8-point jam to Durham. And I can do that differential because that is 150 points.
You're a dirty liar. That's not 150
no, it's
points,
250
babe.
points.
That's 250.
Don't tell my boss.
It's not a grapefruit, darling. What is it? It's a pomegranate. I don't know my fruits.
So it's Mojo Jojo against Fletcher. And Fletcher takes the lead for London. The Mojo Jojo storming out of the pack there.
It's the fact that Mojo Jojo is going so quickly that, seeing Penelope Bruce just proper having to go for it. That's why I can't ref. I'm like, I don't want to have to keep up with jammers.
It's good exercise.
Keep your exercise, babes.
So we have nice and spicy with the star for the first time today for Durham, and it's Jessosaurus for London Battersea. Nice and spicy, just prowling and switching from side to side.
What, like the knickknacks?
I guess so, yeah.
So, Jessosaurus lead jammer for London Battersea. Nice and spicy. Start in hand.
So we have already commented on it, but Durham, when they don't get lead, they are quick to take the star off, which you don't always see. You think it's such a basic thing to remember. It's drilled into you in training, but you don't really see it a lot.
Not every team goes for it. Not every team wants to be as soon as lead's called, snatch that star off. It doesn't. Not everyone goes for it. But we have got, get your shots of water ready. Triple century.
Triple century, 300.
That's a movie, isn't it?
It is a movie.
I Am Sparta type sitch.
This is Sparta, I'm Spartacus.
Pop culture absolutely lost on me.
And there's Peter Parker, coincidentally. Up against Davis for Durham. So you break your producer and you come and answer with the same breath. Peter Parker straight into lead for London Battersea. You right, darling?
I'm fine. Star pass, Mojo Jojo. We are back to a cartoon-themed lineup of jammers. You see, pop culture, I know her. I've watched Powerpuff Girls, all right?
Oh, it's Hit and Run, which of course is the name of a Simpsons PlayStation game.
The lesser of the two PS2 ones, I will say. I'm a road rage boy, me.
But which game do you like best?
SSX tricky.
So Hit and Run with a 100% lead jammer record so far. Can they maintain that? Apparently not. So it is Fizz with lead for London Battersea. But Hit and Run does bash their way out of a pack there, so we have an excellent record of escaping the pack.
The footwork on Fizz there to just weave their way, and the control to just zigzag their way through that pack.
It was poetry in motion.
That's Chicken Run, isn't it?
I think it's just a normal cliche. I've never actually seen Chicken Run. What?
So I'm the problem for not understanding the Peter Parker reference. But all right, I've never seen Chicken Run. Ugh.
Well, now we're even. And it's Mojo Jojo up against Joe Commotion. We haven't seen that for a while, and I'm glad they just brought it back as the game was coming to the end. Oh, and it's going to be a power jam to Mojo Jojo. Forearms penalty against Joe Commotion.
That's Joe Commotion's first penalty of the game.
There's several players with no penalties, and wow, some people have been reading the rules. About half of the people on blocking for Durham in this jam have got no penalties, which is an impressive statistic. So Mojo Jojo still eligible for lead, but still currently in the pack. They put a hand to the head, been a thought the better of it.
Is it like chess rules? If you touch it, you have to take it off.
I'm guessing not. Painbow's shaking her head. Painbow's face suggests losing the will to live, so Joe Commotion has escaped from the box and is out. I believe Mojo Jojo. Oh, Mojo Jojo took the star off, so we have no lead jammer. The jam clock is longer than the period clock, so this is probably going to be the last action of the game.
Oh, you've jinxed it, Liam. You've jinxed it.
In fact, it's a star pass, and it is Kim Cognito. I keep thinking Kim Cognito is a cartoon reference as in Kim Possible, but it's not. It's a stretch. It's just incognito, isn't it? So Pavlov's Dodge, that's a great name. It's also not a cartoon reference, it's a psychology reference. It rings a bell, that's all I know.
It's campanology, babes. But that is it. The final whistle has blown. Points being awarded for both teams in that final jam. 3 picked up by Durham, 12 picked up by London Roller Derby Battersea. We will just wait until that score has become final. You've been called out on Discord, Liam.
Who's calling me out?
That's Wildchild from Dorset Roller Derby calling you out on your behaviour. But
I think that's bad parenting on my parents' behalf. I may be 41, but you know.
So there you go. There's that final whistle, bringing the official score to 47 to Durham Roller Derby. But your winner is London Roller Derby Battersea with a score of 320 points. They will be moving forward to play in the semi-finals tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. here on track 1. They will face either Big Bucks or Wirral in their semi-final. But it does mean that Durham can just enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a pint.
It does.
It does. London, get your sleep, have your Weetabix. It might be a rematch. Might be a rematch of Big Bucks Battersea. I'm not going to speculate because I'll end up in cancellation corner, and as much as I love it there, I don't want to return. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to London Battersea. Thank you to Durham Roller Derby for giving us an absolute blinder of a game this afternoon. I have been Smashy Boy.
I have been Liam Needsom.
And we have been joined this afternoon, the second half, by Painbow. We were joined by Sonic on the first half, feeding us stats, making us sound like we know what we're on about. Love you, bye.
Bye.